Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lauren. I will be talking about a book that has been very hyped, as it should be, but this is a Black, mature, second chance romance that's dealing with like a lot of grief, recorrelation, main triggering that made them get a divorce in the first place, and them processing coming back together after years apart with children involved. And if you couldn't tell from that description, I am talking about Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This is really cute. It's really, really cute. I know this is a lot of people's favorites book, especially when it came out. Very emotional. It was very awe-inspiring, especially going through what they went through. And it's been 2 years and they're still learning they're still co-parenting, they're still business partners, and then the sparks fly again. This is about Josiah and Yasmin. They are a divorced couple who has 2 children who are in their preteens, who are business partners because he is a chef for a very, I guess you could say, Atlanta-based famous restaurant, and she helped run it. She helped build it. They have been divorced for 2 years. They're still doing their co-parenting. They're still business partners and all that. But the reason why they got divorced is because of something very traumatic. So you should check the trigger warnings if you don't want to be spoiled for you, or if it would trigger you. But this is them, because it's total dual perspective. This is them 2 years later, just learning to move on. And you see it kind of in Josiah's point of view when he's starting to date, and Yasmin hasn't been dating, but now she sees him dating, so she's like, okay, well, we're not going to get back together. He doesn't want me, so let me just try to move on. The thing about it is, Yasmin has been going through therapy for the past 2 years, and even I think a year before that she's going through therapy. So she's finally learning to forgive, get through her grief and all that kind of stuff. But Josiah, he has never been to therapy. He didn't want therapy. He just took everything on his back and then pushed on. So it felt like he was moving right along after what happened, and she was just stuck. And it took her a while to get out of that, but he was already just moving and just going. And he wasn't understanding that she was stuck. And there's nothing he could do to get her unstuck because she had to go through it herself. So it was the miscommunication with that. There is an aspect of here where they are doing this push and pull towards each other, especially since they both don't think each other wants to be with each other again. And Josiah, he didn't actually want a divorce. He did not want this divorce. She pushed for it. So we have this element of can I trust her not to run away from me again? I can't do this if you tell me 2 or 3 years down the line that you want a divorce again. And then we have the kids going through this because the kids were with us during this whole entire divorce. They went to counseling, and now they're settling down with us being separated. So now, if we get back together, we're going to go through this all over again. It's a lot going on. I don't want to ruin this for anyone else, but I will say that I did enjoy this. It wasn't my favorite. It wouldn't be a reread for me, but I really did enjoy it. It was lighthearted in an aspect of, I felt the angst, but it wasn't overwhelming like some other stories. I felt the love. I really did feel the love. And I think that's what makes the story really good for everyone else, because you see and feel the love from both perspectives, even when the other didn't understand or didn't see it themselves. So if you don't want to be spoiled, this is when you can log off. Now, let's talk about this. So she falls and their child has to be delivered still, even though the child no longer has a heartbeat. So she's going through the grieving process of that. Also, his aunt, her mom, basically, her second mom, has a heart attack. So we have that chain of events of like her second mom has a heart attack. The person that he grew up with, who raised him, who was there for him, he finds her dead. Then Yasmin falls while he's at this convention and they lose their baby. Then that's when the grieving starts. She is going through a lot and he is going through a lot, but he's taking it on and being a strong man for his family. But that also means that he's not grieving. He's not showing this. He's just taking it on and pushing through. He's just, burying his feelings. And she's just stuck in this space of like depression and not wanting to wake up a lot. But because she wakes up and only takes care of her kids and not herself, not her husband. And it's just like a lot going on. So finally they're at this breaking point where he is so grief-stricken that he can't get it up. And she is so grief-stricken that she just wants another child. And he does not want that right now. First of all, he can't get it up. So, like, at that point, that was her point, where she's like, I just want a divorce. And he did not want. He was begging her. And she was just over it. So fast forward 2 years later, they're doing fine. She's finally getting back into the groove of working for the restaurant again. And he is, at this point in time, starting to branch out and move on. But we know he still has feelings for her. But he is also dating his head chef, who has been with them since the whole divorce and all that kind of stuff. So they're dating, and she realizes that they're dating, and she's now understanding that he probably doesn't want her. She's getting jealous. She's getting these feelings of, that's my husband, not my ex-husband. He, on the other hand, is getting little flare-ups as well, especially when she realizes that his relationship with this other woman, the head chef, has progressed more. So she decides that, okay, well, if he's going to do that, then I'm going to also get into a relationship or get into something. So she does. It was like a little like tit for tat for her on her sake, because she really did it because of something that happened when she walked in on something that she wasn't prepared for. And it was just, I felt that. I felt a little disgruntled when that scene happened. But they have to go to this business convention. Well, not because they have this business venture that gives them this opportunity. And so they are forced to be in a hotel room together for one night. And things lead to more things. And with that gives them this opportunity to do a one last time, no strings attached kind of thing. And we all know how that turns out, because it doesn't turn out good, because it backfires on both of them. He is now that he's finally got a taste of his ex-wife again, after 2 years of him wanting to be with her still, he can't think anything other than her. And now that she has felt him again, she keeps thinking of, maybe they should try this again. Maybe she still loves him, but she wants him to be back in their lives more permanently, and how to convey that to him. So it was very, very emotional in here. I didn't cry, but it was still emotional, and I didn't like it. Thing about this is, gonna give this book a 3. It just didn't touch me as, say, Thunder in Her Body, how that touched me. They're going through a lot, especially dealing with preteens and a daughter who we don't know why she's resenting her mother a lot until we find out why she's resenting her mother. And then we have their son who is accelerating and becoming a genius. You have them pushing and pulling. You have his girlfriend, and you have her settling her feelings for him. And it's just like a lot going on. I like that. It's just, it didn't hit for me. I would recommend this for anyone who wants a really nice love story that's very emotional, that shows you the ins and outs, the good and the bad, and how you can get past that, especially with therapy. Like, I love the aspect of therapy in this book because I think therapy can save or break a marriage. Mostly, like, you understand. When I say break, I mean you both understand that there's nothing else you can do. Therapy can help you with that. Or therapy can also be the bridge of like, okay, we did everything we could do. We're in therapy, and now that we're talking our feelings out, now that we have someone who's a buffer, who's a mediator, who is not biased, then what I'm feeling and what you're feeling can be worked out. I feel like therapy. I think if a marriage can go through therapy and you in therapy, like, you both are actually trying therapy, not just being there in the space and not giving as you're like 100%, even 90%. If you're not giving it your all for this, then therapy won't work. But if you give it your all and you still can't get together, you still can't see you guys in the space of being partners or of being loved ones in a relationship, then that's when you can let this relationship go. I'm getting off my high horse. But again, I didn't like this, and I love the aspect of therapy. So I hope you enjoyed this. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I will see you all in a little bit. Well, actually, my next video. But I post a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes Sunday, so please be subscribed so you can get notified when I upload a video. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Bye!